Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of goofballs in love that love reacting to some Genshin Impact.
Yes, we do.
This is our Genshin Impact journey, people. We're checking out all the cutscenes from the game, and this is part 2. So you can see all of our reactions for Genshin Impact. We did the collective miscellany reactions. We did character teasers, character drafts. Check it out in the description of this video. We got a playlist there and a link to Patreon. You can get early ad-free access. We're a month ahead in our journey on Patreon. Check that out there.
Everything's better ad-free.
Yeah, exactly. And because it's Genshin Impact.
We have a drink. This is Klee's Sparkling Bomb. Cheers.
Cheers.
And see, he didn't think I was going to say it, but I planned on doing it now instead of when I usually say it. And that is, it's called the Sparkling Bomb because it has the pop rock rim.
Yeah. It's
one of our favorite drinks. I did not forget this time.
Yeah.
I did not forget. I just, I chose to say it a little bit late.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's finally done. Well, all that lay, flow, and elemental line stuff Lisa was going on, we should hopefully be back to normal. Want to go back and see how the knights are doing? But if you've got anything more interesting to do, Paimon can come too. By the way, we obtained another Animalculus in one of the Four Winds temples, right? We might come across more of them in the future, so don't forget to offer them to the statues.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Paimon sure is bossy.
She is.
Isn't that Jean? Seems she's talking to someone. Let's let her
Nothing gets
finish,
past you,
then go
Paimon.
say hi.
Which is what has brought us to this point in the first
Anastasia.
place.
Uh-oh.
If you are unable to promptly deal with the storm terror threat, then leave the defense of Mondstadt to the Fatui. We can put an end to
to the what?
Fatui?
All we need to do is bring that monster to the... Monster? Yes.
Fatui?
What's your point?
Fatui?
I'd expect a more professional attitude from your diplomats. Yet here you are saying you want to put an end to one of the Four Winds of Mondstadt? I won't have any of this nonsense in front of the Knights of Favonius.
It's not as crazy as you make it sound. Fine. That's enough negotiation for today.
This was a negotiation?
At this stage, it's simply an amicable exchange of constructive opinions. No, I'll be sure to make thorough notes.
Sounds like a threat.
Yeah, I don't think I like the Fatuis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're back. Thanks for your help. The elemental flow is finally stable. The aftermath of Storm Terror's last attack is finally settled for the moment. However, the pressure from the delegation has become too big to be ignored.
Delegation? From Liyue Harbor or Inazuma City?
Shneznaya. They choose to follow the god of Cryo. Their envoys go by a particular name, the Fatui. Heard of them?
Oh, them? They're super famous. Wait, infamous is more the word.
I don't think killing Storm Terror is the right course of action.
No.
The Cryo gods Fatui have always coveted the Animo god's power. I don't believe they have Mondstadt's best interests at heart. What is it? Oh, let us head back to headquarters then. We shouldn't discuss important matters out in the open.
Act 2 for tomorrow without tea.
Mondstadt and Snezhnaya are considered the same in status. Mondstadt is independent and does not belong to any other nation. In fact, despite being referred to as a city, Mondstadt is a nation. Though,
Porthos.
Snezhnaya's Fatui are known to be the most aggressive diplomats in Teyvat.
Talk to him.
Makes sense.
the
given
Musketeers.
The tone of that woman just now. So rude.
It's a crystal embedded with some kind of power. Lisa, are you able to analyze it?
Let me take a look. I can see impurities in the crystal, but upon further inspection... No, I'm sorry. I can't make a proper analysis at the moment. Give me some time. I'll take a look through the library's restricted section.
Right. I'll leave the research to you then,
Restricted
Lisa.
section.
Understood. I'll notify
Nicholas
you
Flamel.
all if I make any progress. So I wouldn't go
All the
getting
best
your
knowledge
hopes
is in the
up.
restricted section.
They're incredibly ancient texts, not to mention... Ouch! Gosh, that hurts.
Get stung by a bee?
The impurities in the crystal. It hurts when I get close. Oh, I
weird.
see. It appears to react to visions. The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other. It's strange, though. You have elemental abilities as well, but don't seem to be affected in the same way.
Because I'm special.
Anyway, the crystal would be better left in the hands of my cutie. It will just be a pain if left with us, both literally and metaphorically.
You're cutie?
Fascinating.
Yeah, who's the
Do
cutie?
you know anything about what makes you
We're just gonna gloss
special?
over that.
I do not know what to make of it either.
Well
then,
are we the character?
The Knights of
cutie?
Favonius have another favor to ask of you.
We're stuck with Paimon.
Please accept the title of Honorary Knight and the gratitude of the Acting Grand Master.
Okay.
Yay.
Honorary Knight of Favonius?
No, the round
We
table.
ask for your continued assistance in finding some answers. Storm Terror's rage and strange crystals. I know Mondstadt's peace hangs in the balance. May the wind open your eyes to the truth. We'll meet back here if you find anything.
Okay.
There's something you didn't tell them. The dragon and the crystal weren't the only things we saw.
Wait to investigate on my own first. I don't think he's
So
a bad
you
guy.
do remember him, that green guy. He looked just like that guy down there.
Yeah, that's him. The exact shade of green. What a coincidence.
See? Wait, hold on a minute. That's the same guy.
Nothing gets past Paimon. Nothing.
That green guy disappeared. Use elemental sight to track him down.
Ooh, check his footprints. It's Fenty, right? That's who this guy is.
Our little harpsichordian.
Mm-hmm.
Our bard. That's what I should say. I don't know if that's a harpsichord.
What is to be sung transpired in days of yore, when the divine archons still walked the earth. A dragon cast his curious gaze on the world below, as he parted from the heavens that gave his birth. The dragon sought truth amongst common folk, but mortal trifles only fogged his mind. The wind-born bard strummed his strings dolce, and the holy lyre answered his questions kind. The dragon was but a child full of wonder, and soared the heavens free from care. The bard's songs invited him to sing along, for he yearned to let all perceive him fair. Enchanting legends the bard and dragon were, but the tides of despair soon engulfed the land. The lion fang perished, and the falcon flag slept, as a vile dragon approached Mondstadt in the mist. Over the cathedral loomed death and his friends. Of the people's agony, the bard soon sang. The soaring dragon heeded his grave calls, and amidst the windstorms a brutal war spread.
Shit's getting intense.
Blood of venom sent the sky dragon into slumber. Only to awake to be expelled in abhor. Why do people in this age loathe me so? But the holy lyre replied no more. Wrath and woe, vigor and venom, poured from the dragon's bitter eyes. The dragon's curse sprawled in silence, but the lyre could no longer soothe his cries.
Guess that's what the instrument is.
Wait, you guys are...
Green fellow.
Oh, that's right. You're the ones that scared Dvalin away.
Dvalin? Who's that?
It's the Storm Terror. Was she not there when we found out his real name?
Right! Most people seem to call him Storm Terror. Why do you call him that? Are you two meant to be close or something?
Oh, so close.
Hey, so Paimon thinks this guy has a screw loose.
He can hear you.
I'm Venti the Bard.
Yeah.
3-time winner of the most popular bard of Mondstadt, to be precise.
Humble brag.
So, what do you need from me?
A song. You're a bird.
You just gave us a song.
Paimon doesn't believe we need to explain any further. Of course it's about Storm Terror.
Storm?
Hey, cut it with the Amnesia Act. All right, show it to him.
Oh, isn't this?
It's
What?
not green anymore.
Crystal's been
I
purified.
mean, not red anymore.
When?
Dvalin, the anguish he feels has brought him to tears.
Aww.
Tears?
It's a dragon tear?
Yeah.
He was
You didn't
once
get that from
such
the
a
song?
gentle child,
Oh.
now so full of rage and suffering. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
So her elemental purifies dragon tears.
Cool.
Yeah.
You really do have some wonderful abilities. Someone like you is going to end up getting written into a bard's poem. Oh, a hero so bright should she stand in the light. Though stand in the shade, and you'll be met by a blade.
Not bad.
Alas, I've really not the time to compose a melody for you at this moment. Anyway, even if Dvalin is not taken down, his life will still wither away in the breeze. He'll burn himself out in the flames of anger. I really must thank you for purifying the teardrop crystal. It has helped me greatly. But I've already
wanna
come
help
to devise
Dvalin.
my own plan.
Oh, and what plan would that be?
Seeing this tear has brought to mind a friend so dear.
Friend?
One must be going
Hey, where are you running off to?
to the
She is
symbol
pushy.
of Mondstadt's hero. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Huh. What do you make of that?
This weirdo, as you
As
put
far
it.
as he's concerned, you're a weirdo too, you know. Know what?
His voice seems familiar.
Familiar? I don't know. You're alone on that one.
Well, he is a famous bard. He won 3 times in a row.
Symbol of Mondstadt's hero? Oh, Paimon knows. It's that huge tree. You know, the gigantic one. You can't miss it. Surely you still remember.
Oh? What are you doing here? Though I was just wondering if you would happen to follow me. You speak of the god of Animo, Barbados? He already disappeared from Mondstadt a long time ago. Liyue and Inazuma's respective gods of Geo and Electro are still present, but Mondstadt has seen many a moon since they last saw their own god. Why do you wish to know about the god of Animo?
pretty
Does it have something to do with
butterfly.
Dvalin?
Oh, it's because gods.
Just how is it that everyone sees Storm Terror? I'm quite curious. That said, there's no need to rush. I have not been back in a while. It seems there are a few who are unhappy with my arrival. Seems the dragon wasn't the only thing affected by this change in the wind. Now then, you were saying someone had told you about the dragon? Is that so? Quite the scholar, I must say that, Lisa. She's not wrong. The conflict has reached this point only because both sides have resorted to the use of force. His hate, however, did not arise from the people not making tribute to the Four Winds. Nor was it born from his own nature, but instead came about as a product of his degradation.
Degradation?
The black blood flowing through his heart has been torturing him for years. That's what has allowed him to be led astray by the lies of the Abyss Mage.
Abyss Mage, never heard such a name.
They are from the Abyss Order, an organization comprised of non-human beings. They despise mankind. I don't know where they come from. All I know is that they hold deep hatred toward the human world. Many hilly trolls out in the wild take orders from them and act as their weapons. Before arriving here, I too was like Dvalin, cursed and left to waste. But now, Before us stands the symbol of Mondstadt's hero, the place from which Mondstadt rose. The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. Being here with you beneath this great tree feels like when the tear was purified earlier. Like the poison is leaving my body. Feels much better.
So, how exactly did you get poisoned?
That would be because I tried to communicate with Dvalin earlier, but was interrupted.
By
As a
us?
result, not only did I not manage to help Dvalin break his curse, but instead was also infected myself. Yes, it was you.
Sorry,
So
our
make
bad.
up for it. You're coming with me to the cathedral
The Mondstadt Cathedral? To do what exactly?
to claim a certain holy lyre de Himmel.
So this Holy Lyre de Himmel is...
One of the most treasured items in Mondstadt. It's the lyre that Barbados used to play. With it, perhaps I can help Dvalin draw his gentle nature back out of this nightmare he's going through.
Will it really stop Storm Terror from causing more damage?
Of course! I'm the best bard in the world. There's not a single song I do not know, no matter if it's from the past, present,
Play
or
Freebird.
future. Look me in the eyes. Do you not find me trustworthy?
Just what is that in your eyes? My eyes, what are you hiding?
So how can we get the Holy Lyre?
It's said that it's enshrined deep within the cathedral, somewhere safe. I'll go take a look around. You can come if you want.
Oh, thanks. We didn't need your permission to
Let
walk
me
in here.
handle this. Hello there, sister.
May the Animo god bless you, young bard. How can I help you?
Actually, I know a secret that can save Mondstadt from its current predicament.
Oh, what a blessing from the god of Animo! But you should report that to the Knights of Favonius. Why have you come to me?
Because you, dear sister, are able to help. I'd like to borrow the Holy Lyre. With it, I'll be able to help Storm Terror.
Please see yourselves out.
Okay. That was rather curt.
Feeling it's not the
It's
person
a
we
vicious
asked.
dragon indeed, but once the acting Grand Master makes up her mind, nothing can stand in the Knight's way.
That's simply not acceptable. Wouldn't Storm Terror end up getting killed that way?
That foolish beast betrayed the winds. Not even the god of Animo themselves would forgive it.
What kind of nun are you?
Please, I beg of you.
I'm afraid not, little bard. Strange. Somehow I feel so bad rejecting this sweet child.
You should.
Then, I guess I'm left with no other choice. I can't
Beat up the nun.
anymore. My disciples, rejoice! Behold, the god of Animo, Barbados, has descended. Shocked, aren't you? Don't you just want to cry out and rejoice? How does it feel to finally meet the god you've been serving?
What?
If
Is he
there's
crazy?
nothing else, I'll be going back to handle the cathedral's paperwork now.
Wait!
Well, that was one way to try.
Huh? She didn't even bat an eyelid. But I have at least learned what I wanted to know. She didn't deny that the cathedral is enshrining the Holy Lyre. Now, since you're the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius, maybe you can give it a shot.
Barbados bless you. I know you. You and Amber saved Mondstadt that day.
Yeah.
So what brings you here? Tasks from the
Knights of
acting
Favonius would like to
Grand Master.
borrow the Holy Lyre.
Is that
Lyre.
so? Not that I don't trust you. It's just that a suspicious bard came looking to borrow the Holy Lyre as well.
And he's standing
He's
right
full
there
of
still.
nonsense and even called himself Barbados. He must be up to something.
Oh, lighting
There are
change.
regulations in place for the use of the Holy Lyre. Currently, it's only used in Ludi Harpastum. Signed documents from the Grand Master, Seneschal, and community representative are all required. So, may I see the document from the Knights of Favonius?
Paimon ate it on our way here.
Signed document is required. Without it, there's not much I can do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really am quite busy as of late.
It didn't work. I knew it.
You knew it?
I just wanted to know how influential the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius is. You see, the best warrior should always be presented with the best sword. And yet here we are. Does the story not make for a fitting ballad?
So what are you trying to say? That we're not good enough?
Kinda.
No, that's not it. More of a commentary regarding Mondstadt's inability to see the warrior standing right before its very eyes.
Or the
Very
god.
well. Looks like borrowing it is not going to be possible. We're simply going to have to steal it. Today we stand for free will. Any suggestions on just how we steal it?
Paimon steals
Come
it.
now, speak up. That's what free will is for.
I don't want to steal anything.
Look at you, sidetracked from the start. But seriously, you're more suitable for the job than I. Aside from singing, I don't really have any other talents. Besides, if I was caught, I'd have no one to right the grave injustice of my arrest.
How can it be a grave injustice if you got caught stealing red-handed?
But things are different for you. You are the superstar of the Knights of Favonius. You have made contributions to Mondstadt. Should you get caught, you would easily be able to talk your way out of it. The guards here, it seems they're off duty throughout the night. If we manage to seize this opportunity, it should be smooth sailing from here.
Stop mentioning us getting caught!
What do you say?
Sorry, wait, did you just say you're Barbados?
Yes. Seems I did mention that. Your point being,
If you really are a god, then why we can't
why
simply
does your
abandon you?
decision hinge upon whether or not I am a god?
Because that's a pretty big deal.
We'll fill you in on her background story when we get the time.
If you're not a god, then I'll help Debalin anyway.
Huh?
Ooh.
You!
Son of a bitch!
She disappeared!
Freeze! What are you doing here?
No, run! Oh no! We're busted! Run!
What? Follow me.
Hey Luke, this is this week's accounts.
The disaster
Luke,
has
that's the guy.
greatly affected business.
Well, let's hope it all ends soon.
Hi! We'd like a seat at your, least conspicuous table.
The second floor has fewer customers. You'd be less conspicuous up there. But aren't you a bard? Why not sit front and center?
Let's save the paid performance for next time. We'll be heading up now. See you in a bit.
Hey, keep an eye on them. There's something strange about that bard. I'll go ask around.
Ask who exactly?
The protectors of Mondstadt.
Knights of Favonius? But there's one right here.
I'll catch up.
Master D-Luke, have you seen two thieves around?
What happened? Why have you mobilized so many guards?
Haven't you heard, Master D-Luke? Two thieves are trying to steal the Holy Lyre.
Huh? How odd.
Isn't it? The Holy Lyre is a treasure that was played by the god of animal themselves. Such a precious piece of cultural heritage.
Why would one want to steal something they can't sell off? Would pay better to steal from my sellers.
Huh?
Sorry, off topic. Believe they headed that way.
Understood. Thank you, Master D-Luke.
Today, I think I'll have a glass of
You can put down that bottle you stole from behind the counter.
something cold.
Right. I want
Does this
it.
guy just steal everything?
Let me
Venti?
finish my drink first. I'll pay you. Well, with a performance.
It's not about money. You seem too young to be drinking.
No need to worry. When I started drinking, you were still... He is Master DeLuke, the boss of... the owner of this tavern. He's very famous. By the way, his dandelion wine is one of my favorites. Although most of the time I can only afford a bottle or two.
I just heard about some thieves from the guards.
Oh,
For the
really?
record,
Curious.
I like your guts for trying to steal the Holy Lyre de Hamel, even if you are fools. But we don't often get to see people like you.
It wasn't us that stole it. The real thief is still out there.
This This is the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius. Why would someone so aspiring steal Mondstadt's sacred treasure?
Hotshot? Oh, so it's you. So, you and the Bard are close friends?
We're not close, actually. I've only heard him play once.
Despite only being a passing traveler, you still offered your help to Mondstadt in its time of need. A shame you joined the Knights. The Knights of Favonius. Inefficient right from beginning to end. And towards the Fatui, weak and conservative.
So you are?
Forget it. I don't feel like talking about it.
You started this
Seems
conversation.
You don't really like the Knights of Favonius.
Just differences in approach is all. I have my own hopes for this city.
Like what?
Now, answers. Why did you steal the Holy Lyre?
You sure you want to know? It could implicate you in the affairs of the Knights of Favonius.
That's fine. I somehow always end up implicated in their affairs.
If I tell you the story with a performance, will you believe me?
It depends. I'll make my own judgment.
Then will I get paid?
Your reward will range from anywhere between 5 Mora and the Holy Lyre. It all depends on your story.
Okay.
Let me put on a show.
Time to earn your money, dude. Brutal battle with the wicked dragon, ingested venomous. Okay, oh, so he tells it.
What did I
Same
just
story.
witness? This is confidential information. Why did you let me know?
Why? Perhaps the winds are changing. What say you, Master Diluc?
Interesting. Give me some time. I'll organize some contacts. Outlander, as one of the knights, it seems you're not a suspect. Blonde is the only description on the wanted poster. You should be safe. As for the Bard, however, it'd be better if you stayed in the tavern.
So you can keep an eye on him?
No problem. I like taverns.
Okay. Let's meet here tonight after the tavern closes.
You're here.
Wait, you're...
Gene.
Well, first of all, I contacted more than one person. Secondly, she came here as Jean herself, not as the acting Grandmaster. A Jean you would never see, even as an honorary knight.
What a surprise. I heard about the Holy Lyre, but
They're
I never
totally banging.
suspected it was
Oh,
you.
yeah.
So, the sound of the Holy Lyre can purify Storm Terror and return it to normal? Is that true?
That's right. Your honorary knight is putting themselves on the front line to try and resolve this Storm Terror issue. Now that's the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius I'm talking about.
Feels like we're breaking the law, though.
I understand this kind of absurd explanation is hard to believe, but we can ask the Bard to play the song again to try and persuade...
I believe you.
To persuade our stubborn command... Wait, what?
I can't think of any reason for Dvalin's betrayal, given it was once one of the 4 winds. However, if it was poisoned in the battle over Mondstadt all those years ago, and then corrupted by the Abyss Mage after it woke up, we can't really blame it. But as acting Grandmaster, I obviously cannot make such a statement publicly. Diplomatic pressure from the Fatui makes it hard for us to seek a peaceful
Such a silly name,
resolution to the
Fatui.
Storm Terror issue. People would think I've lost grip on the gravity of the situation. That's why I can only do this in private.
That's one of the reasons I don't like the Knights of Favonius. What surprises me is that you would believe in Outlanders so easily.
My cautious and meticulous superior, even you trust him, don't you, sir?
I already told you not to call me sir.
Banging.
Yep.
Wow, this is really awkward.
I have a rough idea of where the Holy Lyre de Hamel is.
Nice recovery. She's really talented at changing the subject.
The conflict between Mondstadt and Snezhnaya stems from the conflict
Snezhnaya?
between the 7 nations and their respective gods. The cryo gods Fatui seem to be after the Animo god's power. Right. If the Knights of Favonius publicly prevented an attack on Dvalin's head, then the only other way to affect the Animo god's power is to take the Holy Lyre.
The number of Fatui that have come to Mondstadt is far from limited. I've already managed to coerce a few reports out of him.
Diluc has determined that the Holy Lyre is not being held in the Goth Grand Hotel. I imagine they don't want to leave something stolen in a place where it could be so easily found.
Paimon gets it. If too much of a scene gets made, then it becomes a big diplomatic issue.
Like I said, nothing gets past you, Paimon.
Such is the diplomacy between the 7 nations.
So, sir, Diluc is the boss of the town, it seems like.
I don't know what his job title is, but he's obviously not just a tavern owner.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely banging.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So do you think Venti really is the god that he claims to be?
No. But I give him an A for effort in trying to pull that off.
I think he is. I think he's just a weird dude. I think he's, like, but you think of being, a god of wind and animo, grant you a little more powers than just like, he basically said the only thing he's good at is playing songs. he's like, outside of that, I'm pretty worthless. I thought that was a pretty funny admission.
I mean, if he is the god, there's parts of it that are going to make sense. Like, he's weird and eccentric and doesn't seem particularly concerned with the consequences of his actions.
No.
So that would all line up with being a god, because there really aren't going to be consequences for you then.
Yeah, very true. And then I like Paimon more in this one than I did in the first part that we did. Like, Paimon grew on me more for this one. Because she stopped referring to herself as Paimon the entire time. Like, when we first started with her, it seemed like every time she talked, it was like she referred to herself as Paimon.
Paimon thinks,
yeah.
or Paimon said, or yeah.
This time it was a little bit less, and I thought she was added more comic relief in this part.
Yeah, in the first one, she was kind of borderline irritating. She hadn't gotten too irritated. She was flirting with that line.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, my thought from this episode was just like, oh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that she's along for the journey with us, because she's just she brings an adorability factor that I like. I'm going to be curious to learn more about Diluc and what his actual
role is in all
is.
this. Yeah. Especially since he was very dismissive of the Knights of Favonius, and if Jean is in charge of them, and it's you would think that, because he has obviously respect and some sort of affinity for Jean, because they bang hard, but also so if she's in charge of them, why would he be so disappointed in them? I don't know. It's another mystery to unravel here. And this is just the prologue. So we're just, the first 4 parts of our journey are just the prologue, and really just getting into this world.
I am curious, if it has something to do with Jean referring to herself as acting Grandmaster.
Ah, okay.
Because I remember when she was introduced, and she's always referred to herself as the acting Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius.
Yep.
So
good catch.
Why is she just the acting one? Why isn't she the actual Grandmaster? It when you put acting in front of the title, it makes it sound like you're a placeholder for someone else. And so I wonder if that has something to do with why Diluc is so disenchanted with the Knights of Favonius, if they're maybe not giving Jean her proper respect or her proper acknowledgement of leadership or title, or who knows, but that has just since the last episode stuck out to me, is the fact that she has that word in front of her title and it's not really explained.
I will say that I'm glad on the way that we did this, and the fact that we checked out the character trailers before and did a draft, and did the miscellany, and got to know the world a little bit more, because so far the story doesn't have me completely hooked, and right now, like I said, it's just a prologue, so we're just kind of going through learning this world, but I know that I just know there's gonna be so much more to come, and it's gonna get so intense, and that there's gonna there's so many more characters to meet and worlds to travel to, that I'm really excited about it. But if we had just started with this part, if someone was oh yeah, check out the Genshin Impact cutscenes, and we start with these parts, I'd be oh yeah, it's okay. but like I wouldn't have, as been invested. So I'm glad we did check out some stuff before this. I'm curious, like, again, since we've checked out all these characters, but, there's only like maybe like a handful of them that like really have sunk in. Obviously, Klee. I can't wait till we meet Klee. That's going to be amazing. That's going to be my favorite part ever.
I wonder how Klee and Paimon are going to get along.
She's going to blow up Paimon. So if you want early ad-free access to our Genshin Impact journey, we're a month ahead on Patreon, and the link is down below in the description of this video. Let us know what you thought about this so far in the comments, and we have our full Genshin Impact reactions in a playlist down below in the description of this video.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Genshin Impact Journey Part 2, which keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.